Just kidding.
Wow. Yo, how you been?
Hey, I haven't seen you in like 6 years.
Bro, literally, like,
It's been a long time, bro.
yeah.
So, are we live now? Is this a live thing or this is like a
Yeah, it's live. It's like recording right now.
okay? Let me get my good side to it.
You good? You good?
Okay.
But,
So,
yeah, I just wanted to ask you, about this experience. Like, how has it impacted you, and what are your thoughts?
well, as you know, I live in New York, so I'm pretty much at the center of the epidemic. There's a lot of people here who've been impacted. I do have some friends and family who've been impacted.
Yeah,
So I mean, it really didn't hit home that this was as serious as it was until you hear somebody who's been sicking with it and who's sitting there telling you they're scared and they don't know what to do or what they could do in order to get through this. So I mean, it's been a really crazy journey.
yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, so how is it in New York? Because I only know from watching on the news and stuff. Like, there are people outside. Like, it's tight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. I mean, they've completely shut down pretty much everything. Grocery stores are still open. Restaurants are still going, but you can only order takeout. But a lot of stuff are shut down. There's nothing really for our amusement. Movies are done, bars done, everything. There are people who are still out, but at this point, it really should just be the people who are considered necessary workers or along those lines, people that help keep the economy running.
right.
Um, all pretty much all businesses are just no go. I work in law field, so even court has been shut down. So at this point, there's really no reason for anybody to be outside.
Yeah. Like, so how has that been for you? Like, have you been teleworking, like working from home, or do you still like going to work, or like?
Initially, like last week, I was just working from home, and I would go in like 1 or 2 hours a day. This week, we've decided that it's just not a good idea to go outside unless it's for necessity. So I haven't been outside.
Yeah.
Just been at home.
Yeah. So, do you have to like teach your kids too? You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's hard. They're very young.
yeah,
They're very young, and they are obviously going stir crazy. They want to be outside. They want to be around people. But, we're just trying to practice as best as we can, hand sanitizer wipes anytime we go outside or take a walk. I mean, we can't even go to the parks. Parks are shut down. They took off basketball hoops, so you can't even shoot around. They're really, really encouraging us to stay inside here.
wow,
Yeah.
crazy. So, I don't know if you heard. I don't know if they released it yet, but they were talking about sending out like aid packages to like pretty much try to get it to all Americans. Um, like, how do you feel about that? I think it's like 1,200 or something like that they're gonna give out.
Honestly, I think that while it's a nice gesture, it's
Yeah,
not enough.
right, right.
You know what I mean? This economy is crazy,
Yeah,
and you have people who make, 5 to 10K a month here in New York.
yeah,
And you're not even talking about half people's salaries. You're pretty much not talking about half anybody's salaries in New York.
yeah.
So it really doesn't benefit us, especially if you're still expecting us to maintain our bills.
Mhm.
So, I mean, while it's a nice gesture, they do have to somehow subside these bills because we're not going to be able to pay that, feed ourselves, and, not be able to go to work and do all that.
Right, right. No, I agree. I agree. So, like, if you had to predict how long you think this is gonna last, like, or what are your hopes, like, for this could all like go away and stop?
In terms of hopes, I mean, I would hope that it would end by the end of next month, early June, May type thing. But honestly, even here in New York, where we're really encouraged, I mean, they do have some of the armed forces out here, and they are, guiding us to listen, don't go outside unless you don't have to. But even here in New York, you still have people who are willing to go outside and risk their lives every day. So with that being said, it's going to take a while because we're not abiding by, how Italy has gotten it, well, not under control, but has gotten better in how China has gotten it under control.
Yeah.
So if we continue to abide by the rules, then maybe we can end it within a month or two. But without that, it's going to go well into the summer.
Yeah. So how do you feel about that? Like, people blame quote unquote millennials, or what everyone call it, Gen Zs, for going to like spring break, Miami and all that. People still like not taking it serious. How do you feel about that?
I was one of them. I had a trip planned for last week. I was very much going to go.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, my friend got sick, and he encouraged me, of the seriousness. And even though I feel protected and I feel okay, I have little ones. I have grandparents. I have, a mother who's, slightly elderly who can't handle the virus. So I think at this point, it's not a good idea. Even though you feel okay, those around you might be affected even worse than you. So just to keep everybody safe, put on your mask, and that way you help out others too.
Yeah, that's real. Any other comments or anything you have to say about this impact, or like, how it's impacted you, or like how has it changed your perspective of like just like life, or has this helped you kind of reset, what I'm saying, work on things you didn't have time to work on,
I think honestly, while this has been a curse, it's sort of a blessing. It's giving people the opportunity to look within themselves and venture out and do different things that they can't do because of their 9 to 5. I've procrastinated working out, I've procrastinated eating right, and now I have the opportunity to practice these skills and practice new skills that, I could do virtually and not be impeded by my everyday job. So while I do think, this is really hard and trying times, I encourage people to try new things, try things that they've never done before, knit, pick up a book, write a book, try things that they haven't done before. And this economy is going to need us because right now we're so low and we're so down that it's actually built for people to step in and do better and do different things. So I think that's where I'm at. I want to try something new. I want to do something different in order to help the economy when it starts to rebuild.
All right, no. Dang, thanks, Britt. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Those are all my questions, unless you have any questions for me.
I do. What is it like over there in Maryland? Is it?
Yeah. So it's pretty much the same. To be honest, I haven't left the house, besides groceries and taking photos. But besides that, no, everything that I know of is shut down. Barbershop, salons, stuff like that. It's just weird. Like, I don't know. I really have been down like past my neighborhood though. I really can't say much. But
Really?
yeah, like I've been home because I usually work from home, like as a video editor. So I'm usually in the house, and I only leave to work out type thing.
Right.
So yeah.
Has this adjusted your workout regimen?
Yeah, it has. Like, I usually go like either to Virginia or DC to work out. And now like I just have to go outside, go for a run, stuff like that. But I actually been slacking. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard, man. It's different. It's different.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it definitely is hard. I don't even know how to encourage people who want to be in the gym like we do.
Yeah, like I see people doing home workouts, but it's just not the same. Like, I guess if I just do it, then I'll understand. But I don't know. I'd rather be in the gym.
What do you think? How do you think our economy is gonna come out of this?
Honestly, I don't know. It's gonna be really bad before it gets better. Like, I just feel for all like the restaurants that like have employees and they are told to shut down. Like, I know there's aid out there and stuff, but it's really not to help them. They can't really eat off of that. You know what I'm saying? It's just to pay off their expenses. But
how do you think that? I'm like asking mad questions. I'm really
curious.
Cool. You've had this conversation with so many people, so like I'm curious to hear what you've learned throughout this.
Right.
But, how do you think like in our everyday lives as it is now, how we can help each other get through this. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
I mean, no one alive has witnessed something like this.
Yeah. Well, one thing I love seeing, like, okay, I know not everybody's a billionaire, but a lot of people that have a lot of money, NBA players, etc., are stepping up to donate. Like, we never seen people never donated this much. Like, that over, like, you know what I'm saying, 500K. Like, people would donate 50K, 20K here and there, but like people were donating a lot of money. So I think that's how we can help each other. Is like if you have more to somebody else, it doesn't have to be money. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, the whole grocery store thing. Don't try to take everything. Like, you know, like we just need to be more considerate, however that may be. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see that, like how we're helping each other out, like money wise. So
yeah, I think this is definitely a time we need to come together and do better as a community.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird seeing how we're all like trying to be nice now, like and like the whole like remote thing. Like, I don't think people are gonna want to go in the office anymore after this, like, because everybody can just work from home. Like, what's the point? Like,
well, that is proving a point. That is pretty much. I feel like that is a point that has been proven. I mean, we went to Georgetown, and you know, luckily we had that opportunity to go on a full ride. But imagine the kids that can't. Imagine the kids that don't. So I mean, now Georgetown is like, well, you got to work from home now. Okay, so why do I pay you $50K a year again if I could do this from home?
that's
what I'm saying is raising the question, like, you're not housing me. You know, I'm not eating your food. I'm just literally getting your education. So what do I get for that bare minimum? You know?
True. Very true.
So it is bringing up some loopholes and a lot of systems.
Yeah.
You know? People who don't get, you know, you get sick, you stay home, and you don't work. Well, I was home for 3 months and I was effective. So why can't I get paid when I'm not at work? So yeah. It's gonna be a new world.
Yeah, literally. Oh man.
Definitely gonna come out in new worlds.
Yeah. I don't even know. Like, I feel like I'm becoming more speechless every day. Like, cause it's getting real and realer every single day. Like, yo, it's still here. Like, so. Yeah.
Just gotta get through it. Like them 33s. Just get through
it. Man, that's crazy, man. Yeah. It was good times. Good times.
Whoa. For who? For who? No one misses the 33s. No one.
Oh man, the steps, the Exodus steps, man.
Okay, yo, let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about it. Like, the steps were enough. There was no need to run around the block before we did it.
Right now, come up.
The steps were enough. Yo, I still can't believe. Like, even now, I feel like I'm not at my prime, but I'm a lot more, like, mentally stronger than I was. And even now, I'm like, I did this?
Right.
Like, don't say right. You ran the mile in like 2 minutes. You were having coffee breaks, and we still on lap 1.